synthesizer for your guitar.
Hey,
It's so cool.
you gotta do it.
It's $300.
We'll make that this episode.
It's probably fucking sitting on my couch, just scrummage for coins and shit.
Yeah.
Go through my old winter coats.
There you go. Just go through your laundry. You'll find it.
Just fucking murder a person, steal their wallet.
Okay, you can do that.
Oh, we're
welcome
recording.
to the Music Period podcast, Boot Camp Media, and all that. My album this time.
Your debut.
My debut. So, yep. Fits. It's jazz rap.
Acid jazz.
Very based in a tribe called Quest.
Mm.
And,
A tribe from the West.
A tribe from the West called Quest.
Hey, Quest Love.
All right, we suck.
All right.
So, my pick for Sam this week was Yeezus by Kanye West.
Yeezus.
In my opinion, an overlooked album in
Yeah.
Kanye West's catalog.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kind of dismissed it a little bit. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
looking. So I look it up, and it does have like really good reviews,
Sure,
and all that stuff. But in his, in his catalog of what he's looked at as being this musical genius, crazy person,
It's not mentioned at the top.
people don't usually mention Yeezus. But for me, this is one of his best.
Yeah.
It's very experimental. It's very
Yeah.
different sounding. It's a little darker.
Yeah.
It's heavier
Uh-huh.
for him.
It's weird to me that people talk about, and it's mostly negative, but they still talk about it more, The Life of Pablo.
Yeah.
It's weird that an album that's not as good
Right.
is talked about more because it's not as good.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's weird because The Life of Pablo has its group of people who think it's one of his best.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
And I just happen to think that this one really showcased. This one, for me, Kanye West is bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
He's off his meds.
Yeah.
He's off his meds here.
Yeah.
And he didn't consciously set out to make an album that sounds like a bipolar episode.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I view this album. Because bipolar, I think a lot of people, when they think of bipolar, they think, oh, they just get angry for no reason out of the blue.
Yeah.
But what bipolar disorder is just any emotion that you're feeling is an extreme.
Right.
There's very, very high highs and very, very low lows.
Yeah. There's no breaks.
There's
All
no
gas,
breaks.
no breaks.
Right. And it usually starts with highs and ends with lows. Like I said, this album doesn't like follow that to a T. But some of the stuff that we're about to dig into here is a lot of the feelings that you can have as being a bipolar person.
I almost wonder if there's like elements of paranoid schizophrenia in this as well.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, maybe.
We'll get into it, but there are some points on this album where mental health as a whole feels prominent.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think that he purposely went off his meds to make this album.
Man, that's a person dedicated to their craft.
Yes.
I
could be way off. It's just what it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a subconscious thing that happened too, because, I got this feeling that, what year did this come out?
Jesus. 2013.
Yeah, so this is relatively old.
Yeah.
I get for some reason in my head, I go, this is a transitional time for him. Mm-hmm. He obviously was being heralded as one of the like modern greats, like reviving hip hop, bringing it back to a state that was like what people were okay with palating. Mm-hmm. And I think when people project onto somebody that has an affinity to have really high highs, really low lows, and some mental health issues, they probably push back a little bit.
Yeah.
And specifically Kanye, I feel like he doesn't like to be put into like, you're our jester, perform for us.
He's like, no, fuck you.
And that's like how I feel like he did the whole purpose of the first song was to turn away the people that were here for that.
Right.
Go away.
Yeah.
Go away.
And it's crazy on the first song. It's called On Sight. And it's very, very disorienting.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the people behind the beat are very catchy, groovy.
I had no idea.
Daft Punk.
No idea.
Yeah. It's not very Daft Punk. I mean, there are
They're
elements of what they do, but it is...
It sounds like they just bought like a new program and they're figuring out how to fucking get tones out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all I get from it.
Yeah. And the song like doesn't make sense.
Nope.
It's crazy. And then like he even plays with that. He's like, I'm going to show you right now how much I don't give a fuck. And just puts in this random sampling
Yep.
of these people singing.
Like beautiful gospel choir.
Yeah, right.
In the middle of like tech glitches.
Right.
Sounds like your computer is about to catch fire. It's very, very weird. And I feel like it makes sense that you would say that he purposely did it, because I got the vibe after a couple listens where I was like, he knows people are expecting a certain thing from this new album, and he is just as a middle finger to that.
Yeah.
And also a go away forever to those people. I only want, if you want to experience the rest of this,
Right.
you got to be real.
Right.
And you got to be fucking all in.
Yeah.
And everyone else has got to leave.
Yeah.
They got to go.
It's a perfect I don't give a fuck.
It's a filter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really what that song is. There's really not much to say about it. Listen to it, experience it. You're probably not going to like it.
It's weird.
It's a weird tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did static noises
Yep.
for the snare and the hi-hat. I was like, everything's just TV static. No drums. It's all just...
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, man. It's... Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a descent
Yeah.
into insanity.
Yeah. Check your shit at the door.
Yeah.
This is a haunted house.
But yeah.
You want to come in?
Yeah, kind of.
You want to come in?
Yeah. It's like you don't.
This is a taste of what it's going to be like.
Right.
If it's too much, you
I
turn
don't
around.
it never really gets that strange again,
No.
but
Yeah.
second song is, I think, a song that most people know.
Yep.
If you heard it, they play it on commercials a lot. It's like a background song.
Richard Simmons dances to it on his latest workout.
But it's called Black Skinhead.
Hey.
And this song is so fucking dope.
It's so good.
It's so goddamn good. The first time I ever heard it, the album hadn't come out yet, and he did Black Skinhead and New Slaves on SNL.
I remember that.
Whew! And I remember just being blown the fuck away.
Mm-hmm.
Leather black jeans on. I'm just like, this is fucking crazy, dude. He's completely reinventing himself.
Yeah, and it's
almost punkish.
Yeah, it's definitely anti-whatever.
Yes.
And I get the same feeling as I did on the first one, where he's still like, don't forget, you think you're coming in here with preconceived notions.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to talk to you about what I want to fucking talk about.
Right.
And it's fucking, the beat is unreal, dude.
Insane.
Unreal.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at a fucking like secret ritual.
Yeah.
And there's this like, it's a weird ceremony, and the drum line is like so close that I could touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I hear like a woman wailing in the distance.
Oh my God.
And it's coming from every direction.
Yeah.
Like it's a ghost or something. And then the fevered panting from someone's lips, it almost like tricks me into thinking that I'm doing it. Like I'm having a panic attack. I'm watching this secret ritual happen.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And something bad is happening.
Yeah. It's like controlled manic. You gotta, for someone who's experienced a bipolar episode, it's very, he nailed it. he fucking nailed it.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just listening. I love this album, but it makes me uneasy listening to it.
Yeah, for sure.
It gets right in there because it's been there before.
And also at the same time, there's like earworms on this thing.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, this beat on Black Skinhead is so catchy that it's
so
played in the
good.
background of like fucking car commercials and shit.
It's like the most simple, spaced out. There's nothing crazy about it. It's
Right.
just percussion, tribal drum beat,
Right.
but it's done in such a way where it's so present and with you while you're listening to it. It just completely engulfs you.
Yeah.
And you know, he's fucking so good with his lines every now and again.
It's crazy.
There's a line he says, "I'm aware I'm a wolf. Soon as the moon hit, I'm aware I'm a king. Back out the tomb, bitch." So cool.
He is not looked at as a very good MC.
Yeah.
You know, but he does, man. He has those lines.
He's got
now and then where
delivers
you're
some
just,
gems, dude.
Ugh.
So good.
and he's like all charisma when he raps. You know,
It's that
All
bravado that you talk about,
Yeah.
dude. He has it, and it fucking sucks you right in.
Yeah, and the bravado is ever present in track 3.
Yeah.
It's called "I Am a God,"
Uh-huh.
and
This is another Daft. This is 3 in a row Daft Punk.
yes, and this song is so crazy. This song isn't even necessarily that good.
Yeah.
You know, but so the high highs of bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those high highs give you these like false sense of, you know, it's not all anger. It's, oh, I'm a fucking god.
I'm operating at a higher level than a lot of people.
Exactly. I am up above, and you don't even really realize it at the time.
And you're not even thinking about it like you're arrogant.
right. You just like, oh,
You're recognizing
I
it.
am. Yeah. In this French ass restaurant. Hurry up with my damn croissants.
Hurry up with my damn croissant.
Which is such a cheesy, stupid line.
It's-
It's so dumb.
it's
but
ridiculous.
It like works.
I know, dude. I don't get it.
I don't
He
either.
delivers shit so confidently that you're
Yeah.
just like, okay.
It's like, yeah, man, I want my croissants too,
This-
dude.
This is one of a couple. This one freaked me out.
This is the one that freaked you out.
It's not the one, but it's one of them that's very close. It's the first taste on the album where I got kind of like uncomfortable,
Yep.
feeling like it was a little too intimate.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was getting a peek into what I shouldn't be seeing.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, this song, yeah, it's uncomfortable, dude. He's talking about like talking to Jesus and how he's like just a close second.
You know, yeah, which is fucking ridiculous to
Yeah.
include in a song, let alone say to somebody. You also go, I want to go on the record.
It's like, hey, what's up, Jesus? He said, what's up, Jesus? So stupid.
Dude,
It's really dumb.
it
but
makes me
it's crazy.
It's called I Am a God, and the whole thing is kind of like this intimate peek into what this state of your mental health is like in that moment.
Yes.
And it reminds me of this bad acid trip where a friend of mine had his moment where he stopped everything and he went, guys, I'm Jesus. And like you laugh,
Right.
but when everybody's also on acid and it's snowing outside and you're in a place with no power,
Yeah.
and you realize you're relying on this guy to like help you live through the night and not die, and he's truly convinced that he is Jesus, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
And it brought back that feeling of like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
now we got to deal with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like it.
That's not the one that
Nope.
gave you the creepies.
There's aspects of it like the screaming sounds
That
and
was
like
so strange.
the
at the end there.
footsteps that slowly get louder, like someone's running towards you. It's
Yeah.
it's like paranoia.
Yeah.
It's weird. It gives me goosebumps talking about it because it's it portrays the feeling so well
Yeah.
without ever really being too on the nose about
Like
it.
this has been a really weird week for me.
Yeah.
Without trying to be too personal, whatever. But this album, it speaks to me.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yep.
And when I listen to it, it sets me down a little bit of a path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It like brings me back. And mixing that with the metal album.
Yeah.
Like things were just
These
a
are
little like
very different.
I was just like, oh God, like, you know, I just kind of a general unease all week.
Yeah.
You know,
It's funny how music can influence that hard.
For real.
Yeah.
Like this album, Yeezus, I love, but I really got to pick my times.
You
to
gotta
listen
be
to
careful
it.
with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I mean, this is the album that this morning I got in my car and instantly my car recognized it through Bluetooth and started to play it. I shut it off.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, not today, Satan.
Yeah, just stay away. Like, I'm gonna listen to nothing but podcasts this coming week.
Yeah.
Palate cleanser.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Next song, number 4, another song that is played in the background. You don't even notice it, but it's such a hot beat, man.
It's so good. Swizz Beats.
Yeah. Travis Scott has something to do with this song too.
Yeah.
New Slaves.
So like we're 4 tracks in and I'm still like, he's writing an album to try and get people to stop listening to him.
Yeah, maybe trying to filter out the white people, maybe.
Just like trying to be what he's not.
Yeah.
Or like trying to take the perception of what he is and go, I'm in control of this. You're not. Fuck you. Go away.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
crazy. You're fucking. You're crazy, motherfucker. I ain't crazy. You're crazy.
Which I think this song kind of brings up some good points.
Yeah.
He made that really controversial comment where he said that slavery was a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody took that and said that no, slavery was real, which of course, 100%, obviously. And whenever he gets called out on something he says, he always fucking doubles down, you know, because he's crazy.
Yeah.
He is. He's kind of a lunatic. But instead of being like, hey, let me reiterate, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
He just says, no, fuck you. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But in reality, what he's saying is we're all slaves right now. To his community.
Yeah.
Like, look what we're doing. We're slaves to that watch. We're slaves to that car. We're slaves to this. We're slaves to that. We are still fucking slaves.
Yeah. And that's, and when I talk about like him trying to write an album that is going to turn people away, I mean it in a sense where he's like, you look at me like I'm just some black guy that's here for your entertainment. And I'm sick of fucking being looked at like that. Yeah. And so I'm going to talk about other shit that you don't like. Yeah. Because you're talking about shit I don't like. Yeah. And he does it in a fucking kind of genius way. Yeah. Yeah.
He'll hear this.
Yeah, he's already
like,
listening.
No, I'm a genius.
He'll text me later.
But yeah, that song is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So I took notes on this one, and so this song, I said, it makes me think of the early Hollywood adaptions from biblical stories. Like, have you ever seen those clips of like the early Hollywood movies, like Ben-Hur?
Yeah.
Where like they didn't have the tools or the resources to really emphasize the largeness of a scene or like the epic portion or like the epic aspect of what it is, like, because the biblical stories are all huge,
right? Of course,
they're epics,
right?
But they didn't have any of the tools, so it completely relied on the vocal performance of the actor. Yeah. Same vibe from this song where like the song has minimal glitter.
Yes.
The performance on it just makes it feel so big and important, and like it's just really good. Yeah. Really good. Yeah. And what they utilize with the music as well, it's like they don't do much, but with what they have, they push it to its limit.
For real.
Yeah.
I would suggest that for anyone who like hasn't heard this album or whatever, watch the performance. Yeah. Watch his performance on SNL. It's insane.
And try and think about it like, yay, Kanye's coming out with a new album.
Yeah,
he's gonna do some new songs on SNL.
Right. Oh yeah, Graduation was super good.
Yeah,
I love College Dropout. Yeah, 808s, man, that is such a fucking great. And then listen to this, because we've talked about this before. Maybe it was on our old pod or whatever, but we always talk about how Kanye reinvents himself every single fucking album, and he does. He does. His last album was a fucking gospel record, but this right here was his most, at the time, experimental, veering. It's so far away from what he was at this time. And I was like, holy shit.
You ever heard the band Bright Eyes?
You've talked about them a bunch.
So they started off as like, your indie rock kind of.
Is that Phoebe?
She does. She works with Conor Oberst, who's the singer-songwriter. Yeah. At one point, after they had done a couple of their early albums where they were like starting to get some traction, they came out with an album called Digital Ash in a Digital Urn, and the cover is a guy throwing up into a toilet, but it's all just like characters from a computer screen, and the whole thing is like the music is similar vein, I guess you could say, where it's all digital. Yeah. They didn't play any authentic instruments on it.
Right.
And it's it's kind of the same. It's a turning point for the band where they're like, we're taking it back.
Yeah.
It's our shit.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Parallel that just popped in my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Number 5. Hold My Liquor.
I love this song.
Yeah, it's good.
Hearing Bon Iver, hearing Justin Vernon on a Kanye track is always such a warm, welcomed surprise.
Yes. Because it's not like overly, it's not advertised.
Nope.
You know, it's almost like they both know that there really is no introduction needed.
No. And like, I wonder if they're not really even that close.
So I've heard Vernon, or maybe you told me about this, where he was like, yeah, one day I was at his ranch or whatever, and I realized I was eating cereal across the bar from Kanye West.
And like, they come from such different worlds.
Yeah.
And he complements what Kanye is doing so well. And the fact that Kanye recognizes that and continuously brings him back in these understated moments.
Yes.
It's just the understated aspect of it couldn't be stated any louder.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Right.
And it was so good.
So good.
And then every time thereafter, when I hear his voice pop up, instantly I know, and instantly I feel like it's like I'm reconnecting with an old friend, you know, like, oh, he's back, dude.
Yeah, there he
Nice.
is. Yeah. More of a traditional rap song, I guess. The beats are weird, though. It's almost like maybe not this one in particular, but there's a couple that are almost like Hans Zimmer-ish.
Yeah.
Like just
So
like
this
big
one,
and brooding and like.
yeah, dude, for sure. This one has, so when it goes from, he has a guest to a verse.
Yeah.
2 guests to a verse. Then he comes in for the third one.
Right.
When he comes in on the third one, nothing's really different. The beat's the same, but he adds this siren that hits on the 4 every time. And that's how he separates himself.
That's right.
That's how he separates himself from the pack.
Yeah.
And it continues for the remainder of his verse. It doesn't just alert that Kanye's coming in. It becomes part of the beat.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it's complemented with everything else around it.
Yep.
And like that siren is like something from a movie.
Yeah.
It's like an omen for something that's coming soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yes.
Production on this thing is fucking, it's great.
Number 6.
My favorite fucking song.
This was your favorite song?
I love this song, dude.
So this song explores, it's called I'm In It. There are times, as a bipolar person, where one of your extreme, if you're flowing through, extreme horniness is part of it.
Okay.
It's a little uncomfortable to talk about.
Yep.
But it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And this embodies that.
To a T.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so this is the one that...
It's a very sexual song, I guess what I'm saying. Yeah.
And the sexual aspect of it comes from kind of a dark place.
Uh-huh.
So this is... when I said that there was a song that scares me, it's this one.
Okay.
I went from loving it,
loving it,
kind of turned on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I have a fear boner. Uh-huh. And I listened to it again this morning, and I'm just going to read you what I wrote, okay?
Yeah.
The instrumental tiptoes through my headphones, down the hall, past the lovers in the next room. Then the voices start. At least 2 of them, but they're speaking the same thing. I don't realize it yet, but the story they're telling is about me, and I don't remember any of it. So like vibe I'm getting from it is that he's having an episode where voices are talking to him, and it's telling him about his sexual escapades from his blackout the night before.
Oof.
And like,
okay,
as the beat comes in, it's like it walks into your headphones, and all of a sudden you hear like sexual moans and shit. So like it almost feels like you're walking down a hotel hallway where like couples over here having sex.
Yeah.
But as it's going, you're starting to realize that like, why is this all familiar?
Yeah.
And then the second verse, he's present in it.
Right.
I got this weird like paranoid schizophrenia. This is the one where I was like, I wonder if he has schizophrenia.
He might. He's off the wall, dude.
Even like, so that when the voice kicks in, it's pitch shifted down.
Yeah.
And there's 2 layers of it. So it almost sounds like there's two people talking to you.
Yeah, that's that. Yes, the deeper voice in the background.
Right.
It's almost like it's like the haunting side of what he's feeling. Yeah.
So like that's
okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I fucking meant to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because how fucking crazy is that? It's seriously, you nailed it, dude. It's the dark side of feeling like that.
I was
you
like,
would think, oh, it's great.
and it's him telling. He lived it.
Yeah.
He's talking to himself.
Right.
But it's these voices in his head that are telling him a story.
Yeah.
And it's done so colorfully that it's like it made me feel weird.
Yeah. As someone who's just listening.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, he's talking about fucking.
Yep.
Talking about fuck.
And that's what it was all week.
Yeah.
I was having a great time. I was jerking off to it every day. It was fucking awesome.
Right, but no.
And then this morning I listened to it through my headphones and I was like, oh, this is really, really
It's
dark.
pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't fun sex.
No, it's like dark and weird and
then the chorus with Justin Vernon.
yeah.
So good.
It's funny because my wife and I, not going to talk sexually, but we feel very different about Kanye West. Very. And I remember when this album came out, I was listening to it a lot. And this song, like, disgusted her. It disgusted her.
Was it this line? Black girl sipping white wine, put my fist in her like a civil rights sign.
Yeah, I think that might have had...
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think that had something to do with it. But
put my fist in her.
Yeah.
I wear her like a fucking glove.
But the whole time I'm like trying to explain to her like what this album is actually saying.
Yeah.
You know? But like I said, as just a regular listener, you don't get that. Like you had to put your fucking headphones on and really hear. That second voice in his verse says everything you need to know. And he's saying the same fucking thing.
So multiple voices, they're all telling me the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So crazy.
You nailed that.
Yeah.
Number 7. This is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Great.
Blood on the Leaves.
This was a single, I think.
It should have been if it was.
I think it was.
It's so good.
So good.
He's singing, and it like somehow he makes his singing because he's not a great singer.
This one, when I listen to it, I go, this could have been on 808s.
Yes. Yeah. And I love the. I just love that, like
that
big,
Nina Simone
like,
sample too.
Yes.
So that sample, the horns, that's the fucking horns of war.
Yeah.
Like remember War of the Worlds when the fucking and it goes, bah.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me.
Yeah,
of.
like almost
Hans
like
Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, like Inception, fucking.
Yeah. It almost feels like that's the sound you hear when the Four Horsemen ride down.
Yeah.
You know, like there's one of the guys got those big ass goofy horns on its wood.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know why I still would play this thing.
Yeah.
It's 2021.
Yeah, that is one of my that one. If I don't, it's just an easy listen. Like if I throw on Yeezus, that's like probably the first song I put on. Like I that one's an easy listen for me. It's just it's good. The darkness doesn't overcome me.
Yeah.
You know.
And then by the end of it, all of the musical aspects layer onto each other, so you have a bit of chaos.
Right.
But if you really like this morning when I listened to it with those headphones, if you like close your eyes and you listen real hard, you can hear he's playing the same beautiful chord progression on the piano. It's just so low in the mix that it's like overshadowed by everything.
Right.
It's like poetic. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8 is Guilt Trip. It's another Travis Scott. Chris Martin? Like Coldplay Chris Martin?
I think so.
Interesting. Okay.
Pop Can.
Pop Can?
I was one of the guys guessing on it.
Pop Can.
Pop Can and Kid Cudi.
Oh, Kid Cudi, yeah. I like Cudi.
Yeah.
Scott Muscudi.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah. What'd you think of this song?
I didn't have too much to say. I like the arpeggiator that they use at the beginning of it.
Right.
And I really like the way that everything decays from the verse so that the chorus can shimmer.
Okay.
You know, everything just kind of just withers into nothing.
Yeah. Kind of like this song in the middle of this album.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like it's for relative to this album, it's a bit forgettable.
Sure.
You know?
Yep. in the context of it.
Yes.
But if you play it by itself, you're like, this is fine.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And then like the chorus, the root note on the bass line doesn't change.
Right.
And like as a listener, there are certain things that your brain expects to happen.
Right.
And like, so when you don't get that resolution, your brain is anticipating it. It builds this sense of anxiety in you. And as a listener, it makes you want to hear it.
Right.
And so it's a fucking super tactful thing to use as like a, you're going to want to hear that chorus again, because maybe next time we'll hit that note you thought we were going to hit.
Right. Number 9, Send It Up.
Daft Punk back at it.
Daft Punk back at it. It's a weird beat.
Yeah, really jarring sample in the
Yes.
instrumental. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's I don't play, so I can't like find the note, but it's almost like screeching.
Yeah, it's like a violin bow fucking
Yes.
playing wrong.
Yes.
Like a kid grabbed someone's violin.
I was gonna say violin. I didn't want to sound stupid.
Yep.
Now I just sound stupid because I didn't say it.
Yeah, I said it.
Yep.
You guys heard it first.
Yep.
I was right.
Cool song though.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I like the ending a lot.
Yes.
Takes a little while to get there.
Right.
It's good though.
Yeah. Number 10. Number 10. The video for this became like a
Meme song. Yeah.
I remember Seth Rogen and James Franco.
That's like I associate that more than the actual shot from the
I
video.
know. Well, the video, it's called Bound 2. It's almost like a love song, kind of.
It's got samples from Brenda Lee,
Yeah.
who's like a great old pop vocalist,
Okay.
and Charlie Wilson, who's a soul singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the video is him and Kim Kardashian on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Classic.
It's very weird.
Like, this is like internet culture at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of a love song,
I guess.
you know, in a weird way.
So this is one of the hardest things about this album for me, is that this is how it all resolves.
It's weird.
And I almost feel like it's on purpose.
Yeah. It's
Because,
gotta be. in
because
some
that's
way.
shit doesn't resolve in that state. It's not like you fucking wrap a bow up on it real nice and it's a happy ending every fucking time.
It's very true.
So like the first couple of listens, I was very underwhelmed with the way that the album ended, and I thought it was kind of strange how random that last track felt.
Right.
And then at the end of the week, I was like, huh, this kind of makes sense, that it's just a look into an episode.
Yeah. And he's riding away, he's still with her.
Yeah.
He's, you know, I hate to wrap it up as simple as that, you know,
Yeah.
where they're on the motorcycle and they're riding away from whatever this was.
Yeah,
But maybe that's what he intended,
maybe.
you know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Or maybe there was no intention, and he was just like, these are songs that I
Yeah.
wrote.
He's like, I made a really weird album. It's going to make my wife feel uncomfortable, so I'm going to make something for her and put it at the end.
But dude, the fucking Charlie Wilson vocal line slaps. That shit
Yeah.
was fucking great. That guy's voice is like
It's
fucking
definitely a
butter.
cool song.
Yeah.
It's just, it's one of these, it's a weird album, man. And it's
Uh-huh.
like, where is,
Like this one.
what's its place here?
This one, the aesthetic, even the instrumentation on this one doesn't fit the rest.
Not really.
You know,
No.
it's so digital up until this point, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of like smooth R&B influence
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
weird way
gotta
to cap
be a
it.
way. And even as someone who can relate, I struggle with that one. I've always struggled with that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't hate it.
No.
But it's just
It's background noise to me.
kind of. Yeah.
I couldn't write a song that good.
No.
Not
Jesus
saying
Christ.
that, but-
Honey.
Honey.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of my first few listens, when I got to this track and the album finished, it made me look back at the rest of it and go, this almost feels like this is a bunch of ideas that he hasn't been able to fit elsewhere.
You just threw them together.
But I only feel that way when it ends after this song.
Yeah.
Up until this song, it all feels pretty cohesive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for the most part. 8, 9, 10 takes a little detour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm in it though.
It's good.
Oh my God, I love it.
I get why it made you feel uncomfortable.
I love that it took a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was enjoying it for so many incredible reasons.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was completely different.
Yeah.
It was just a completely different song for me. All of a sudden it was haunting.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was crime. It was
Yeah.
like all of a sudden it was just like, I feel like I'm fucking on a jury stand and someone's like recounting a night from they just want to forget.
Yeah.
You know?
How many times can you say that you've listened to a song that have been 2 different songs in this band that you've listened? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like those bath bombs that dissolve into other shit when you put them in the. Except it's a crazy person.
A horny crazy person.
It's a crazy person, but he's got a big boner.
There are times like that where I forget we're recording. Shit.
I loved it though. I had a great time listening to it.
Yeah, it's a fun listen.
It grabs.
It's a different listen. It's an experience.
Yeah, it grabs your attention right away, and then it transforms into like pretty catchy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it leaves you wanting more, which makes you want to listen to it again.
Right.
It's fun.
Yep. And then he gave us Life of Pablo after. He'll never go back to this Kanye.
Talop.
Ever.
Talop.
Talapi.
Tilapia.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because as a Kanye fan, of his music, it kind of sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
To get something like this and then you're never gonna get it again.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Kanye is that like, I feel like a lot of the time too, when the album first comes out, you don't necessarily like it as much as you do maybe 5 years down the road.
For real.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really into gospel music or whatever, but going back and listening to that.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
The Life Pablo?
No. The latest one he
did.
Yay. No, the one after. Damn it.
I don't. Is the blue and green one?
No, the gospel.
Oh, the
one.
new one.
Yeah. Jesus is King. Jesus Christ. Jesus is King. Like, I didn't really enjoy that one very much.
Right.
But if I go back and listen to it in 5 years, I bet it's fucking incredible.
Yep.
You know?
And what is that?
What is that?
What makes that? Is it foresight? Is it being so ahead of your time and so advanced that you're in your craft that the world catches up to you? Or is it you've conditioned people to the world loves you already?
For the most part.
So
he's a little different.
So keep doing your thing,
right.
But then when your new album comes out, all of a sudden the old ones become valuable.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And so you look at
appreciate.
Mm-hmm. And so since you change every time, you go, it's not what he was doing then.
Yeah.
We're never going to get that again.
Right. Yeah.
It makes you look at it with the rose-tinted glasses. You hear it differently.
Yeah.
Is that it?
It might be.
I don't know.
No, it's pretty good.
Could be anything.
I liked Yay.
Yeah.
The moment I heard it.
Yeah.
Jesus is King, not so much. Life of Pablo, not so much. Yeezus, I loved right away. We'll never get My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Kanye again.
Never. He's gone.
Pop Genius, My Beautiful Dark. I mean,
he nailed it.
Yeah.
He fucking closed the book. He threw it in a tomb.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I go back?
Right. 808s and Heartbreak.
Dude, I love that record.
It's so good.
I love it.
It was between that one and Yeezus,
yeah.
The first Kanye record I wanted to give you.
I love that fucking album so much.
It's really good.
That's why I felt so like warm when that Blood on the Leaves. I was like, I think I like this song so much because it got the same vibe.
Yeah, it could definitely be on there.
It's like heavy vocoder, but like not fucking tacky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just using it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck off, I'm using it.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
You know?
There's not many people that can do that.
No.
Like him.
No.
You know?
I don't question it. It's just like, yeah, that's fine.
Almost everybody. Bonnie Bear.
Yeah.
Vernon.
It's weird. That's a weird thing too, though. It's like he can use it, and I go, okay, what?
I know.
And then someone else uses it a little bit, and I go, talk about a crutch.
The only thing I will say about Kanye, and this is coming obviously from a fan, is when he does the whole say a line, because he's not a great MC, it does bug me when he does that.
Sure.
Those are hiccups on the album for me because he does that a couple times on Yeezus, and it irritates the shit out of me.
I bet you there's no one in his posse that's like, yo, Kanye, that shit was pretty whack, dude.
Yeah, because apparently the majority of people don't mind that.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, I can admit it sounds pretty good, it flows and everything, but it's just, come on, man. Write a fucking verse.
I know. He was so lyrical back when he started. He's gone from lyrical to visual.
Yeah. Yeah, it all started with that. It started with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mm-hmm. The cover of that fucking album, dude.
Plus the Runaway little mini movie he made.
God.
Yeah. My favorite video of his, though, is Stronger.
Yeah.
I
so good.
Fucking love that.
Ah, dude, I fucking forgot Daft Punk's back on this.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. Stronger, to me, is a perfect hip hop song. Like, you know how I always talk about those like perfectly compact songs, and there isn't many of them. Stronger, to me, for like just a song, might be the most perfect song he's ever made.
Such a great crossover element.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think he's made better songs, but it's just like a perfectly layered package of a
like
song.
there's no fat to trim from this thing.
Right. It's like it all falls down on the first record and Through the Wire.
Mm-hmm.
But in that vein, Stronger, I think is where he like nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, streamlined, efficient songwriting.
Right. And which nothing on Yeezus is streamlined.
No.
It's a lot.
There are parts on this where I'm like, okay. Seems like we're like, we gotta wrap this shit up, dude. Finish the song, throw some noises at the end of it, call it a day.
Right. And Yay is like that a lot.
Yeah.
Just holy shit.
Yeah, he does that. You know, the Beatles used to, or they did it on the White Album.
Yeah.
Where they give you a little oh yeah, we had this idea. Here's a little 35-second interlude that was gonna be a song, and then we got high and forgot about it.
Right. Yeah, there's that song on Jesus is King where the whole song is a build up to what you know is going to sound incredible, and then he only does it for like the last 15 seconds of the song.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
I know, dude. Just fucking let me have it.
Right. Yeah, it's like the opposite of what we're doing. Like, we started off good on this episode, and now we're just trailing off.
It's so weird, though, because, like, it's not like you just give it to us.
I know.
You already let us hear it, dude.
Right.
There's a piece of it that's different than the rest of it that you're like, you just are not ready. You can't hear it. Yeah.
You fucking pompous.
Yeah. Me and Jesus were hanging out.
Diseased asshole. He must be insufferable.
Whew.
You know?
Yeah. I'm surprised it took this long for them to get divorced.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
We got a new album coming out.
Dude.
Here's the sad thing is that people are more so talking about, ooh, this is going to spark Kanye's creativity rather than he has kids.
Yeah.
Their family is breaking up. And like the media is like, get ready for more crazy Kanye coming up soon.
No, it's true. But the cool thing is he can turn that energy into something incredible.
Yeah.
It's like what he did with Yeezus. Fuck you. This is
what he did with 808s. Mom died. Fucking boom.
Yeah. Well, I hope he's all right.
Me too.
I hope his kids are okay.
Also.
But I can't wait for his next album.
Always excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They've got it as Donda.
Donde está?
Donda. I don't know. Must be something he's
like, that's the sound of the B. He goes, Donda.
It's probably because he always does that. He's like, yeah, I got
Yandi
coming out in this, and Donda, and
it's called Christie.
Yeah, get better with your album titles.
He's like, get better at appreciating that I'm giving you art, motherfucker.
Yeah, probably. Like, stupid white boy, shut up.
I got fucking companies around, motherfucker.
He's right.
I got homeless shoes I got to make.
I mean, if you take our body of work, like you and I, and put it next to Kanye's, it's pretty close.
Oh, you stand far enough back, you can't tell the difference.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's it.
Sweet.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Review, I don't know.
Don't like it.
You know what? I don't really
care.
Because if you're listening to this,
if you've gotten to this point,
right?
If you've gotten to minute 44 and you're like, I fucking hate this fucking show, right. Then go do something else with your life and get off of the internet.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if it's that bad and you've made it this far, please put a dislike on it.
Yeah.
And
let us know.
And tell us all your fucking amazing insights.
Yeah. Tell us what you think of Yeezus.
Yeah. From your mom's basement.
All right.
All right.
See you next time.